Going to be showing how to add text to footage in Final Cut Pro. So the first thing I did was I went and found did a few comparisons of different apps to add text messages because it's quite hard to add them manually. So you can get little apps that run within for the Final Cut. So this one called Flarescope. It was about 20 quid. It wasn't too expensive. Um, so yes, this one was £20. So what I've done first, I got some raw footage. I did record it using a screen grab, so I'll obviously have to edit some of that out. So that's all fine. So obviously this first bit, if I can bring it back down to the actual footage itself, and then get rid of that pause menu. Right, so this is the first bit of footage I've looked at, but it includes 3 shots here. It includes this one there, this one here, and then this one at the end. This one at the end we definitely can use because there's not much space really to. There's not much blank space to put the text. You've got a tiny bit there, but you're not going to be able to put it there. So this one here had a lot of blank space. I think this one's the best for it. This one does have the blank space as well, but if you had a text here and then it flicked from this to that, then the text can be covered up. So I think it's probably best to stick with the one shot. So if we just go to like there, which just includes the one shot, and then if we cut this shot, this cut out here, so it's just the one shot itself. And we've made sure in the footage we recorded there was blank space to be able to put the text messages. So once we've got this, we can then go on to titles and fill in the Flarescope. And then you basically, like a normal title, you drag it down. You'd have to drag the time frame to where it is so you can see it on the screen. And then you go to this bit where it's a text bubble. And you can do all sorts of positioning here. So obviously you're going to want it as far as there as possible and then up. So that would be the place you'd best want a message. So then you can go into where the lines is, where you can include the text. So I could put something like, I'm just trying to think of a scenario for this. So hey, you wanna go out? Oh, you have to skip it down as well. You want to go out to. You want to go out tonight. I know with this scenario I could use several things considering his appeal and the type of clothing he's wearing. I could create a story around this, but I'm not going to because simply for a tutorial I'm just going to create simple. So this is the first bit that you can do, and then you can get the other text bubble from the guest for the reply. So if we move this one back a bit, just so it's at the very start, and then we can have the other person type in, pops up there. So again, move the time frame so you can see both of them at the overlap. Go back onto the text bubble, and then go on the positioning. If I was gonna really focus on this, I would make sure every text had the same, like obviously I'd make sure it all aligned properly, but purely for the purposes of this video I'm going to keep it quite short and just do that. So obviously that needs to liften up a bit, and then I can change the text to yeah sure, what time are you thinking? Obviously I can just about get away with that. If I really want to, I can probably increase the scale a tiny bit and then reduce the text, but I don't need to do that really. I think that kind of just about fits. I know I've got the question mark there, but again, for the purpose of the video, it won't really matter. I know you can definitely transform the sorry, that's the image. You can definitely transform the lines of it, so you can make it larger on a certain scale. I can't really remember how to do that, but under this, that's the shape of the picture. The speech bubble, here we go. So I can make the speech bubble bigger, so that would work a bit better. So now the speech bubble is a bit longer. I can also make it taller as well. So if I wanted to include like a big paragraph of text, I could. But at the moment, just making it longer does work. The other thing is photos. You can add some different photos here. I've not got any stock images at the moment, really. The only stock images I think I have would be the actors, so I can have a look at doing that. So desktop. Not sure if I can find any, but there, right. So I've got a headshot of one of our actors. So we can put that. Yeah, sometimes that's been imported twice because how Flarescope runs. I probably didn't click import, so there's Daisy headshot, which still isn't important. There we go. There they are. Sorry, my bad. So then I can apply that to be the source of the clip. So if I apply that, you can see she's there, but obviously that's not the best positioning. So we can go onto the picture shape, tone down the scale of the picture's fine, but then it's the positioning of the zoom. So we could have that, and then we could probably make that like -60. Circle. You can choose it to be a square as well, so obviously that might fit a little bit better. There is a way of change. I think it might be pan actually. There is a way of changing it to like. So she moves like that. So I want that at -5, and then this one at minus say 6. Bit more than that. -16. Make sure I get that minus in there. -16 maybe. Yeah, so that's a little bit better, so you can kind of see the headshot now. So again, this gives the audience an idea of who they're seeing. And then I know this man here isn't this actor here, but for the purpose of the thing, we can then go onto this one and go profile picture, insert. Yeah, so there we go. Like I know it's not the person in the picture, but basically this is what happened. The animations of the bubbles popping up, you can go into the text itself and change the not too sure where it is. I think it's on this bit. No, this one. An animation. So default, you can have it to pop in. So if you wanted it to almost like pop in like that, or you can change it to just double click that. Then you can change it to slide in or slide right. So that it's this is the two main ones. Is slide. We'd probably want slide left, so then it comes in. So be something like that, and then you give enough time for the audience to read it, and then it can be like that will come up, and then obviously we'd have this one to slide as well, but you can have it to slide in there. So that's basically it. You just do that throughout, and then once you get to the end of the sequence, so you've run out of room, then you can go back onto it and put the next one to pop up there. Once it's past all the text, you kind of want them to all fade out at the same time as well. So you'd want it to them both to fade out at the same time when he's finished texting. So that's basically it. There is one more thing I'd like to show, which is adding a photo. So within this message, this works just like the profile pictures. So if we just click on that overlay bubble, the only thing this has is it has profile picture and it has that there, which is going to be the image inside it. So again, I'm just going to use the stock images we've got. Well, actually, that we could use. No, we can't. So basically, I'm just going to be using what we've already got. So if I was to apply that, then the photo sends through the speech bubble the same. All the movement of this is exactly the same as the other ones. So you simply go onto it, and you can move it by doing all this. But you've got to move the two items. You've got to move the bubble and the pictures. So it takes a little bit more work, but still, you can change the scale. You can make it big. You can make it smaller. And that's basically it. So I've learned a lot more about this speech thing. One more thing to point out, you can change the colour of the bubble. I think you do it through colour correction. No, sorry, not through colour correction. You can change it through where is it? There we go, solid colour gradient. So then you can change the colour of the speech bubble itself. So if we were going to change one of these, we would go onto this, go down to the solid colour. So obviously this is grey at the moment. We can make it say orange. I think that'll work. Not quite. Might might be something to do with the mixer. But again, this is something I'm gonna have to play around with a lot, to then see how it runs and stuff. But that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.